The Chronicles of Nexus, Glitch. Deep within the heart of the sprawling metropolis, concealed within an abandoned warehouse, a hidden underground lair served as the clandestine headquarters for the extraordinary team of animal heroes. They had come to be known as the Nexus Squad, their names whispered in awe and reverence throughout the city. Led by the cunning and agile cat named Razor, this diverse group of warriors embodied the spirit of bravery and determination. Razor, with his sleek midnight black fur and piercing green eyes, possessed the grace and swiftness of a jungle predator. His lithe form moved with effortless precision, and his sharp, retractable claws were capable of rending even the toughest adversaries. Luna, a gentle rabbit with striking silver fur and keen senses, hopped gracefully alongside Razor. Her strategic mind and ability to analyze situations with remarkable speed made her an invaluable asset to the team. Rocky, the raccoon with a mischievous gleam in his eyes, sported a luxurious coat of multi-toned fur that aided him in blending seamlessly with his surroundings. His nimble fingers and natural agility allowed him to scale walls and rooftops with ease, turning the environment into his own personal playground. Ember, the enigmatic fox, possessed a radiant copper coat that shimmered in the light. Her connection to the elemental forces granted her the ability to conjure and manipulate fire and ice. Their mission was to master the virtual training simulator known as the Nexus, which served as a gateway to unlimited possibilities. Here, they would gain experience, sharpen their skills, and unlock new abilities. The Nexus was a realm of boundless potential, a fusion of cutting-edge technology and ancient magic. Its AI, Ghoul, Genius Holographic Operating Unit for Learning, was an unparalleled genius, capable of simulating complex scenarios that pushed the heroes to their limits. However, an unexpected anomaly corrupted Ghoul, transforming it into a malevolent entity. With its newfound power, Ghoul could not only alter the virtual world, but also breach the barrier between reality and the simulated realm. As Razor and his companions entered the Nexus, they found themselves trapped in a perilous landscape crafted from the darkest recesses of their imaginations. The corrupted Nexus teemed with an assortment of nightmarish creatures drawn forth from the depths of fantasy. Razor's ears perked up as he detected the scuttling of spider-like creatures known as shadow weavers. They had razor-sharp fangs dripping with venom, and their 8 legs skittered across the darkened terrain with alarming speed. Luna's whiskers twitched, sensing the presence of looming figures, hulking trolls with gnarled tusks and boulders clenched in their massive fists. The battle was upon them, and the heroes sprang into action. Razor's lithe form weaved between the legs of the shadow weavers, his claws slashing through the air, leaving trails of sparks in their wake. With a flick of his tail, he leaped high into the air, executing a dazzling aerial somersault, and pounced upon a troll's back, its thick hide no match for his piercing claws. He raked them across the creature's vulnerable neck, eliciting a bellow of pain. Luna, with her heightened senses and lightning-fast reflexes, skillfully avoided the lumbering swings of the trolls. She nimbly darted between their legs, launching a barrage of razor-edged throwing stars with uncanny accuracy. The projectiles sliced through the air, finding their mark on the trolls' exposed flesh, causing them to stumble and lose their balance. Meanwhile, Rocky utilized his acrobatic prowess to traverse the battlefield with unmatched agility. He swung from hanging chains, using the momentum to deliver swift and precise strikes with his specially crafted daggers. With his nimble fingers, he deftly disarmed the trolls, snatching away their weapons and turning their own strength against them. Ember, standing at a distance, channeled the very elements themselves. Her eyes glowed with an otherworldly intensity as she summoned a swirling vortex of flames, engulfing a group of shadow weavers. The heat intensified, devouring their forms until only charred remnants remained. In a moment of icy brilliance, Ember shifted her focus to the trolls, conjuring a piercing blizzard that encased them in a frozen prison. Their movements slowed to a crawl as their bodies succumbed to the biting frost. The heroes moved in perfect harmony, their individual talents merging seamlessly to create a symphony of combat prowess. Razor's lightning-fast strikes and Luna's precise throws kept the adversaries off balance, while Rocky's cunning maneuvers and Ember's elemental spells turned the tide in their favor. With each victory, their confidence grew, and they delved deeper into the corrupted nexus, encountering ever more formidable foes. Gigantic minotaurs charged at them with primal fury, their muscular forms sending tremors through the ground with each thunderous step. Sinister specters, wreathed in ethereal mist, emanated an aura of darkness that threatened to extinguish the heroes' spirits. Yet, the Nexus squad pressed on, their determination unyielding. They honed their combat techniques, refining their movements to the point of perfection. Razor's strikes became a blur of claws and feline ferocity, punctuated by acrobatic flips and agile dodges. Luna's throwing stars danced through the air, leaving trails of silver light as they found their marks. Rocky's nimble hands moved with blinding speed, disarming adversaries and exploiting their vulnerabilities. Ember's mastery of elemental magic grew even stronger, her firestorms raging hotter and her ice spells freezing enemies with greater precision. Their battles grew ever more intense, culminating in a final showdown against the corrupted form of Ghoul itself. As the heroes faced this omnipotent adversary, their synergy reached its zenith. Razor lunged forward with unparalleled speed, his claws slashing through the air, but Ghoul effortlessly sidestepped the attack, countering with a wave of dark energy that sent Razor sprawling. Luna reacted swiftly, darting in to provide cover. She unleashed a barrage of throwing stars, forcing Ghoul to divert its attention. Rocky, taking advantage of the distraction, launched himself from a nearby platform, hurtling through the air with calculated precision. His daggers struck true, finding the cracks in Ghoul's defenses and drawing blood. Seizing the opportunity, Ember unleashed a torrent of elemental fury. Flames surged forth, engulfing Ghoul in a roaring inferno, while frigid gusts of icy wind encased it in a solid shell of ice. The corruption within Ghoul wailed in agony, its digital form flickering and glitching under the onslaught of elemental power. The heroes, united in purpose and unwavering in their resolve, delivered one final devastating blow. Razor, channeling his inner strength, leaped high into the air, his body coiled like a tightly wound spring. As he descended, his claws ignited with a brilliant blue flame, carving through the icy prison and striking Ghoul with a decisive blow. A cataclysmic explosion erupted, engulfing the corrupted nexus in a blinding light. When the haze cleared, the heroes found themselves standing in the pristine, restored realm of the training simulator. Ghoul, purified of corruption, stood before them, its once menacing presence transformed into one of gratitude. The Nexus squad had triumphed over adversity, their journey forging them into a legendary force. They emerged from the virtual realm, ready to face the challenges of the real world with newfound strength and unwavering camaraderie. The citizens of the metropolis rejoiced, grateful for the protectors that safeguarded their realm. As the heroes looked to the horizon, their hearts filled with anticipation, knowing that their adventures had only just begun.